Welcome to the Seth Thibodeaux Show, featuring the head coach of Nicholls State University Baseball, Seth Thibodeaux. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, dedicated to patient-centered excellence. The Seth Thibodeaux Show is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And by People's Health, your Medicare health team. Hello and welcome to the season finale of the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm your host, Mike Wagenheim, alongside the head coach of the Nicholls baseball team, Seth Thibodeaux. Coach, a terrific regular season, one of the best this program has had in decades. Unfortunately, an all too early exit from the Southland Conference tournament.
Didn't quite finish the way we had wanted to, but again, it's a never-ending process for us, and we're getting better and stronger for 2016, but we'd like to have brought home some hardware this year and didn't quite get it done.
But the work toward next season already underway.
Absolutely, it is. It really, like I said, it never ends. It's a tradition, never graduates. We just continue to build on what we've started, and really looking forward to a title run in 2016.
Well, we got a whole lot to talk about here. Let's take a look at how the regular season finished out. Southeastern Louisiana claimed the Southland Conference title for the first time ever. Nicholls took third place, a half game ahead of McNeese State and a full game in front of Sam Houston State. Central Arkansas, Houston Baptist, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi among the last of the 8 teams to earn a tournament berth. And there you see the clubs that were left out of the postseason. So, Coach, you go into the Southland Conference tournament in Sugar Land, Texas, in the same bracket as Houston Baptist, Northwestern State, and UCA. Your first day opponent is Central Arkansas. They throw Connor Gilmore, who held you scoreless in the regular season meeting against the Bears in Conway earlier this year. You came back and took the next 2 from Central Arkansas, so you had to have mixed feelings going into that first game.
We did, but I like that rematch. I like that opportunity to beat someone that beat us already, and I want our players to have that same thought and feeling about it. And going into it, they were hungry and ready to go, and we know we had our hands full against a really good pitcher, number 1 in our league, and for any team is tough to beat. So we knew we had to be our best going into that game.
You had an unorthodox approach to the pitching rotation, and it made sense if you think about it. You throw Grant Bourne, Ryan Deems, and Justin Sinibaldi in that order. Sinibaldi, the pitcher of the year, but he's thrown more innings this year, way more than he has at any point in his career. Started to wear down. You knew you weren't going to have him available twice.
Sure.
And in a tournament format, you're going to have somebody, if not 2 starters, available twice. So you wait on Sinibaldi for the third day. You throw Grant Bourne, number 1. Grant Bourne's a number 1 pitcher for just about any team in this league anyway.
No question about it, and he was going to be the guy that's able to bounce back the quickest. He's got the best numbers, batting average against. He's been our workhorse for 2 straight years for us, and really the guy that we trusted in that situation. We didn't want to kill Justin like we talked about, the conference pitcher of the year. He's had more innings than he's ever thrown in his life. It's not the time to challenge someone's career, and so we knew we'd get one good start out of him, and Deems is a warrior for us. So our pitching staff was never the issue in the tournament. It was certainly making a couple plays or getting that clutch hit that kept us from getting where we wanted to go. But I liked what our pitchers did. I liked how our bullpen was really tough and strong in those situations too. So I think we mapped it out just the way we needed to win the league, the title, but we didn't quite get it done.
Now let's take you out to Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas. Last Wednesday, the opening game of the Southland tournament, pitting the 3rd-seeded Colonels against number 6 Central Arkansas. Top of the first inning, an error on the pitcher, Grant Bourne, trying to handle a sac bunt, opens a door for a Travis Hull ground-out RBI, scoring Tyler Langley. Nicholls struggled mightily in this one defensively, but the damage is limited. However, it would come back to get him. Bottom 2, the Colonels pieced together 3 consecutive one-out hits, including a pair of doubles. This Alex Tucker 2-bagger plating Seth Stevens, tying the game at 1. Tucker went 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles. Trouble in the field again, though, in the 4th. Nicholls commits 4 errors. Somehow UCA only scores 1 run. Brad Dillenberger comes around on this Kyle Reese misfire. Nicholls trailing again. Into the 6th, Ty Tice gets on with a one-out infield single before Logan Preston unloads into the corner. It's a triple, one of 2 extra base hits for Preston. Bourne, though, still with a nice outing. 7 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, 7 Ks. Colonels get a run back late after Joey Morales 2-out double. Morales scores on the errant throw to first by Dillenberger. We have ourselves a 1-run affair. But UCA would strike right back for 2 runs in the 8th as Preston doubles off Mark Frazier. Tice scores all the way from first. The Colonels down 4-2. It's a 4-hit inning for Central Arkansas. Now, the Southland Conference Relief Pitcher of the Year, Stuart Holmes, would come on to fan a pair, but he also hits Wesley Hoover with the bases loaded. That would force in Preston. Nichols down 5-2. Ninth inning, UCA looking to put Nichols away. Tice facing Robbie Petty with an RBI double. That chases in Dillenberger. The clubs combined for 24 hits in this contest, including 13 by the Colonels, but the Nichols pen shown some vulnerability for one of the few times all year. A subsequent wild pitch by Petty allowed Tice to scamper home. The Colonels trailing 7-2, and all looks lost. Not so fast, though. Connor Gilmore pulled after a pair of hits to start the ninth, and with the bases loaded, Christian Correa comes through with a 2-run pinch hit single against Bo Stitch. That makes it 7-4. However, David Zorn was thrown out at third on the play, and that would loom large. With 2 gone, Kyle Reese chops one up the middle. Pinch runner Byron Cobb scores. Justin Holt is right behind him. But even after an error keeps the game alive, Stevens grounds out, and UCA wins 7-6. Central Arkansas, they would lose on day one back in 2013 in Sugar Land. They came back to win it all, so a very tough opening day, but you still had to at least feel somewhat good about your chances heading into Thursday.
We did. Just a really frustrating situation, but you can't let a loss deflate you and beat you on the next day as well. You can't let one loss beat you twice, and we certainly knew that. We talked about things like that all year. We were a great bounce-back club. Every time we lost a game, we always came back and played our best ball the next day. So I had a lot of confidence in our club going into day two.
Everything that could have went wrong in that game, 5 errors and base running mistake and just the things of that nature just worked against you, and yet you're still one play away.
Still a base hit away from a walk-off, so it was frustrating. We get the first out at third base when we're down by 4 runs. That was silly. We haven't done stuff like that all year. We have an opportunity to get off the field in the 4th inning, and we throw a ball away, and no runs would have scored. Next thing you know, there's another run there. So Grant Bourne gives up 1 earned run. It should have been that way in the postseason. That's how you win championships. You don't give any gimmies. You don't lose the freebie war. Unfortunately, we lost the freebie war there.
Unfortunately so. So, game 2, Northwestern State, the number 2 seed. You had just faced them the previous weekend in Natchitoches. It was a rain-shortened series. You only played 2 games, lost the first game 7-0, came back and won the second contest 1-0. So at least you had a little bit of an idea about them heading in.
We did, and we got things going right away offensively. We load up the bases, and we definitely should have gotten more than what we got. We had an opportunity to bust the thing wide open. Their pin was getting going already in the first inning, which is exactly what we would have wanted to do in that situation. We didn't deliver the blow, and that's the frustrating part of that game.
Coach, let's head back out to Sugar Land for day 2 of the Southland Conference tournament last Thursday. The Colonels with a golden opportunity in the first inning, bases loaded, no outs, and Josh Aller walks Tanner Vanderveer, forcing in Justin Holt. But as Coach mentioned, that would be all Nichols got, and it would come back to bite him as Aller fanned a pair, and the Dirty Red left the bases loaded. The Colonels stranded 7 men in scoring position in this one. In the second, Darius Knight comes through with a 2-out hit, chasing in David Zorn. Knight, who had 3 hits on the afternoon, was picked off second base with Kyle Reese at bat. Another scoring opportunity falling by the wayside. Meanwhile, Colonel righty Ryan Deems perfect through 3 1/3. He allowed just 1 base runner through 4, but the Demons rally for a big 5th. Garrett Logan goes the other way, RBI single. That cuts the lead in half. After a hit batsman loads the bases, Joe Atkinson's sacrifice fly scores C.J. Webster, and on the play, Zorn tried to cut down Quan Atkins as he tagged and advanced to second, but the ball thrown into center field. That allowed Logan to score and Atkins to move up an extra station. Colonels down 3-2. Then Court Brinson with an infield hit, and that's where that error became costly because Atkins scores. 4-2 Demons, and that did it for Deems. The bullpen held NSU off the board the rest of the way, though. NSU closer Brandon Smith came on with 2 outs in the 6th. He yields a pair of hits and a sac bunt to start the 8th before Atkins robs Joey Morales with a diving catch in right. That play was critical. Justin Smith tagged and scored to make it a 1-run game, but Smith got the next 4 batters out, and Nichols falls just short. 4-3 the final as the Colonel season comes to an end. Coach, again, 1 play away and just couldn't find it.
Sure, we needed to get off the field with 2 outs. Again, it's the same thing that happened in game 1. A couple of freebies, a couple of opportunities missed. If we get a base hit in the first inning, the game's over. I mean, it fits right into what we're trying to do, and we couldn't get it done. We didn't deserve to be a champion this year, and for reasons like that, but certainly put ourselves in plenty of opportunities to get it done.
Well, the Colonels still accomplished so much this season. Justin Sinibaldi, Pitcher of the Year in the Southland. Kyle Reese, the Southland Newcomer of the Year. Stuart Holmes, the Southland Relief Pitcher of the Year. 34 wins for the club, the most since 1992. Longest winning streak since 2005. You sweep UL Lafayette, first time since 96. You beat LSU on their home turf. Coach, the teams that were in the NCAA regionals this year, you went 8-3 against them, but don't have an opportunity to face them.
Don't get to bring hardware home for it, but I would love to be able to have a couple of games back, a couple of rainouts back. I'd love to have that tournament back. I feel like we didn't play the way we were supposed to or capable of playing, and but again, it's we had our opportunities, and we had guys that have been in those moments before that needed to deliver the blow, and we just didn't get it done, and that's the frustrating part. But Nichols baseball is here to stay. It's here to compete for championships. It's built to win championships for many years to come, and that's the exciting part of what we're trying to accomplish here at Nichols.
We keep seeing steps taken forward over the last few years.
For sure, and that opportunity to win that title and to be playing at this time of the year is probably less than a year away, and it's coming soon, and we're really looking forward to it.
We got more to talk about on the other side, Coach. We got to take our first time out here. You are tuned in to the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional.
You may know Thibodaux Regional was the first hospital in the region to take a leadership role in athletic safety, and they responded by developing a comprehensive sports medicine program. But did you know their certified athletic trainers assist high schools with team event coverage, and that they are the region's only hospital with sports medicine fellowship-trained physicians? TJ Boudreau knows they're here for athletes of all ages. Parents, coaches, and athletes know Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Back with you on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Mike Wagenheim alongside Nichols head coach Seth Thibodeaux. A 34-win campaign this year. Great work on the field and off the field as well. The team continuing to contribute in the community. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, they got to work on their dance moves, shooting a spot for breast cancer awareness for Thibodaux Regional Medical Center. These guys are multi-talented.
They are. I learned a lot about my club after that commercial shoot, but we were honored to be able to help out Thibodaux Regional and for all they do for us. I think it was the least we could do, but it was before our big breast cancer game, and our guys had a little fun, and they're going to be all over the internet here before long. I don't think they realize exactly what they were doing. So, but it was a lot of fun to see our guys enjoy themselves.
They came up with all that on just a moment's notice, too. That's impressive.
Very talented.
Coach, you mentioned the season really never ends. We got to talk recruiting, so we'll have assistant head coach Chris Prothrow on with us. He's a recruiting coordinator. Wait around for the final segment. We'll get you back on, okay?
Sounds great.
We got to take a time out here. Back with Coach Pro to talk about the recruiting class here on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Back with you on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Coach Thib will be back with us here in a few minutes. Right now, we are joined by Associate Head Coach and Recruiting Coordinator Chris Prothro. And Coach, while 2015 is in the bag, 2016 will be here sooner than we all know it, and recruiting never stops. I know you got a great class coming in here for 2016.
We're very excited about the young men that we have joining our program in the fall, and we feel like we've done a great job as an organization of filling some needs from some guys who are leaving, whether it be through the draft or graduation. And we've also kind of upgraded the overall talent level of our club as well. So we're very excited.
I want to take a look at these guys one by one with you, and you can tell us a little bit about them. All right, let's start with Trevor Babin, left-handed pitcher and outfielder out of Gonzales. He's from East Ascension High School. What can you tell us about Tristan?
Tristan's got a very high upside, a very high ceiling for how talented he is, how athletic he is. He's a hard worker. Very excited about coming to Nichols and being a part of the program. And he's going to help us on the mound as well as in the outfield and potentially at first base as well with how athletic he is. So he's got a very, very good set of skills we're excited to have with us.
I know you're always looking for versatility in a player, too.
Sure, absolutely. You know, to be able to have a guy be able to do both and to perform in multiple roles helps the club. So we're very excited.
Let's take a look at Trevor Flynn. He is a combination catcher and third baseman from Maline, Alabama, out of Alabama Southern Community College, the same school in which you found Kyle Reese, who was a Southland Newcomer of the Year this season.
Sure, and hopefully Trevor can come in and be Newcomer of the Year next year. No, we don't want to put that much pressure on him, but we've had a lot of success with that junior college. Their head coach, Daniel Head, does a fantastic job with their players, and Trevor's a physical left-handed hitter that can catch. He can play some third, he can play some first, so you're looking at another versatile young man that has a chance to be a very high-impact bat in the middle of our order.
All right, next up on the list, Juan Givon, an infielder-outfielder from Birmingham, Alabama, comes to us from Lawson State Community College, a switch hitter. Can you tell us about Juan?
Now, Juan's a very athletic middle infielder, can also play in the outfield, has done that at times for Lawson. But we expect him to be an above-average defender in the middle of the field and have a chance to hit at the top of our order. He can run. He can play the short game. So he's a versatile offensive player with a chance to be a very good defender.
Givon was brought to us by Coach Walter Jones. Coach Jones, an Alabama native. He knows that area well.
He does. He played junior college ball in that area. He's from that area, and he did a very good job of adding a couple of players from the junior college ranks in Alabama that are going to really help our club.
Next up on the list, Daniel Goff. He's a combination infielder and right-handed pitcher. Loosedale, Mississippi native. That's Jason McDonald country. Comes to us from Jones County Junior College. In fact, he was just named All-State JUCO in Mississippi. Nice award for him.
Yeah, we're very excited about Daniel. He played a little bit of a position. He played some shortstop and third base for those guys, but he's coming here to pitch, and that's where we feel like he hasn't quite reached his ceiling as a pitcher. When he focuses on that only, he has a chance to be, an upper 80s, low 90s guy, can really spin the breaking ball. He's a competitor. That's one thing about guys that come from Jones County Junior College is they're going to compete. They expect to win, so we're very fired up about Daniel.
Meanwhile, Tyler Graham, a catcher from Wallace Community College, Selma. He hails from Hueytown, Alabama, and with Christian Correa graduating, you still have Alex Tucker, a catcher, but need somebody filling in behind him now.
Sure, and I'm sure, Wags, you've paid attention over the last couple of years that you have to have two good catchers. Certainly one will probably be the starter in name, but two catchers play, and there can't be a drop-off when the second guy comes in, and that's what Tyler's going to do. He's going to either push to be a starter or be one of the better backups in the league, though, one of those two. And he's physical, he's athletic, he's got some arm strength, and he plays very, very hard, so we're fired up about it.
And as we saw, when you can have two catchers who can hit, a huge advantage.
It's a difference maker to have an offensive player with that kind of capability behind the plate. Obviously defense is going to be first always with the catcher, but if you can have a guy who's a threat when he hits, it just makes your lineup better.
Zach Hansen, a left-handed pitcher, can never have too much pitching. He's out of Live Oak High School, Denham Springs, Louisiana, and going to be exciting to watch Hansen.
Sure, and Hansen's not a very big guy. He's about 5'9", 5'10". He's going to be a mid-80s left-handed pitcher, but just competes. He's going to do everything he can to win. He's been a part of a high school program that's played at least in the state semifinals the last 2 years, and he was a huge part of their run to the state championship game his junior year. So he's going to be good against lefties. He's going to be good out of the pen. He has a chance to start, but his competitive nature and the way he's excited about being a Colonel and continuing this tradition of pitching that we have here is nice to see, and we can't wait to get him here.
Jake Smith, right-handed hurler from Meridian Community College. He comes to us from Laurel, Mississippi. hard-nosed player.
Sure, hard-nosed player, and he's a very, very high potential. There's a lot more in the tank when it comes to Jake, up to 95 miles an hour, maybe a little bit more this spring. And with a good fall, summer and fall in the weight room, and a continued development of his pitching skills, the sky's really the limit for Jake. He's got a chance to be really, really good.
Taking a look at Jake there. Meanwhile, let's take a look as well at Quade Smith. He's out of Hines Community College. What can you tell us about Quade?
Quade's a top-of-the-order hitter, left-handed thrower. Can play center field, has played center field the last 2 years for Hines, but can really play anywhere in the outfield with his athleticism. And comes from a program that played for a national championship his freshman year and basically spent the entire spring of 2015 ranked #1 in Division II for NJCAA. So he's used to winning. He's a winning player, and we're fired up about his opportunity to play anywhere in the outfield and to hit at the top of our order.
Meanwhile, you get a little bonus here. Christian Sook coming to us as well from Blair Academy up in New Jersey. That name sounds familiar to Colonel fans. His older brother Mike was a standout pitcher here as well. That had to be an easy sell.
Well, I don't know if it was an easy sell. We had to beat some people on Christian because of how talented he is, but it was great to have Michael be able to talk to his little brother about what our program's about, what it's like playing for Coach Tibb and myself. And, Christian's got a chance to be as good or better than Mike, really have an impact in the starting rotation for us as he develops in his time here. Big kid, just like his brother, hard thrower just like his brother, and we think he has a chance to maybe develop a little bit more off speed than Mike did in his time here. So, a lot of upside with Christian.
Meanwhile, Tate Sweat coming to us, a sophomore from Pensacola State College, looking at the Florida area now.
Sure, coming from the Panhandle, playing at Pensacola, a very good program, junior college program in that area. He's a really, really good runner, probably a plus runner, plus defender in the outfield, and has shown some versatility in the lineup. Hit third for his junior college for a while, hit some leadoff, hit towards the bottom, so we can see him fitting in a lot of different roles offensively for us as well.
Adam Tarver, a right-handed hurler and third baseman from Prairie View, Louisiana, coming to us from Parkview Baptist High School, very well-regarded program.
Well-regarded program, played for another state championship this year. We're not quite able to get it done in the finals. But Adam's got a chance to throw very, very, very hard. He's a competitor. He's a defensive lineman and was a pretty sought-after recruit after his junior year in football as a defensive lineman, so he's got a competitive streak and also has some power in his bat, has a chance to play some third or first and drive the ball, but we're really very excited as well about his upside on the mound. He's got a chance to pitch out of the bullpen for us as a freshman.
And finally, Ethan Valdez from Brennan High School, out of the state of Texas, 5'9", 170 pounds. You see him there on one of his visits, and always good to have something going on in the infield. Joey Morales, outstanding at shortstop as a freshman, but you like to have somebody who can push him a little bit.
Sure, and it can push him and also maybe play next to him for the next 3 years as well. Helps us with depth, helps us with continuity. Ethan can really, really run. He plays really, really hard. He's one of those throwback kids that, if you have a stick and a ball, he's probably going to challenge you to play some type of game with baseball. And, he's going to come in as a freshman and push our guys that are here. He's going to have a chance to hit at the top of the order. He's going to have a chance to steal some bags. So Coach Tibb and those guys will have some fun with him offensively as well with how well he runs. He's a plus runner.
A nationally recognized recruiting class this season, Coach. People in the industry really taking notice.
Yeah, 2 years in a row, and I expect us for these guys that are coming in this year, it should be a third year in a row. And, that's what you have to do to continue to improve as a program. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any program, so we're doing a good job. We want to continue to do a better job, and Coach Jones and the entire program really helps me with that as far as a team effort in the recruiting process.
Coach, kudos to you on the recruiting class, but also you double as triple, I guess, as a pitching coach as well, in addition to all your other duties. What a run by the pitchers this year. Probably going to finish up in the top 10, if not the top 5 in the nation in earned run average. You should be proud of your work.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Wax. We have good players. We have good pitchers, and that's the first step is, to recruit those guys in here with the right mindset, the right abilities, and then they really make the most of their opportunities and work hard and get what they deserve. So it's been fun, but we need to be a little bit better.
I know you will be, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Wax.
He's the associate head coach of the Colonels, pitching coach and recruiting coordinator, Chris Prothro. We'll wrap things up with head coach Seth Thibodeaux on the other side of this timeout here on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center at Thibodaux Regional.
Our journey to patient-centered excellence is fueled by strong leadership and driven by a passionate team working together to deliver the highest quality, safest care, constantly adding more services, physicians, and technology, ensuring you have an outstanding patient experience. As a result, thousands have made us the most preferred hospital. Patient-centered excellence. At Thibodaux Regional, it's not a destination. It's a journey driven by one purpose, you.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
You know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day.
And get our best price every day. Rouse's. You're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
With you on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, as we say goodbye to 2015. Coach, another exciting year of Colonel Baseball, and I know even greater things are in store.
Yeah, there's so much more ahead of us and lots of championships ahead of us. It's still laying the foundation for a great, baseball here at Nichols, and it's here to stay. It's here for a long time, and we're just really looking forward to getting this new crop of players in to mesh with the guys returning, and we're really looking forward to 2016.
Rouse's Student Athlete of the Week, presented by your local Rouse's. Check out Rouse's.com. It's junior third baseman Kyle Reese. After being named the Southland Newcomer of the Year, Reese went 5 for 9 in the conference tournament with a double, a pair of RBIs, and he finished the year hitting .377 with 20 doubles and 32 runs batted in. Coach Tim, it's been great working with you, my man.
Absolutely, Wags. I appreciate all you've done for our program. You've made everything about it more enjoyable and even better than it was before you got here. Thank you for all you've done.
Best of luck going forward. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
all the time you spend with us.
Absolutely.
Folks, for Beatrice Beer, Joanna Ducre, and the entire crew here, and most importantly, head coach Seth Thibodeaux, I'm Mike Wagenheim. Thanks so much for joining us this season. We'll check you out down the road. Today's show has been presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, dedicated to patient-centered excellence. This program has also been sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. This has been a presentation of the Colonel Sports Network.